Your average hood with dreams of getting rich. My crib big like a football field. You might around and think I signed a football deal, but you don't hear me. I take 15 minutes to drop a track, yeah. I take half a minute, but you don't hear me. I make them bounce all across the globe. I got your a franchise like a Houston Rocket. Every 8 months is when I usually drop it. I got the streets on lock. I like my beats with knock. You know my. Now who they want? Game over. Now who they want? Game over. Now who they want? Game over. Now who they want? Look out, you just an opening act, but I'm the headline. But you don't hear me. I'm about to ship 3 mil off top. You got your deal off your man, I got my deal off price. But you don't hear me. I'm connected like Dub and with ice cubes in my watch and Dubs on the black bean. But you don't hear me. I'm getting paid cause I do all the work. It's rainy days if we don't move all our we go for search. You don't hear me. I'm on the block fam, in the cream drop lamb. Most of y'all cats with deals, y'all ain't hot, but man. I'm about to do it again, you about to lose it again. It's show and tell, I'ma put it again. Game over. Now who they want? Game over. Now who they want? Game over. Now who they want? The game over.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight's game at Quicken Loans Arena, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've never heard that before.
And you're acting like it's your original thought.
It is my original
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
Let's meet the visiting team, New Orleans Pelicans. At point guard, Tim Frazier. At small forward, Darius Miller. At the other guard position, Drew Holiday. At the other forward position, Julius Randle. At center, Anthony Davis. The head coach of the visiting team is Alvin Gentry. Power forward, standing 6'8", number 16, Jake Osmond. At shooting guard, at 6'6", number 10, Alec Burks. The other forward, standing 6'8", number 1, Rodney Hood. The other guard, standing 6'2", number 2, Collin Sexton. Your home team head coach is Larry Drew. Cavaliers fans, make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers!
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. This is the last stop for the Pelicans before returning to New Orleans. They're hungry for wins and have to look at this as a great chance. Facing another struggling team, we'll see if they can seize the opportunity.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they've been shockingly ineffective this season. I don't know if anyone thought they'd have this much of a struggle, but the chemistry's been horrible.
You hit it on the head. And they have a bunch of individual pieces that simply don't fit together. And it's led to a hugely disappointing season.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, down low, it's Randall and Davis. Holiday out there with Frazier. And it's Miller in at the 3, the small forward. Settling into the new season now, Doris, some teams really finding that groove and their rhythm. Talk about what they can do to maintain that. Sometimes it's easier to get there, but then to maintain it becomes the real chore.
Right, and that's where coaching comes into play. Guys trying to pull the right string, play the right notes with their teams. And obviously, one of the most important things you can have on a night-by-night basis is energy, consistent energy on the defensive end. If you stay in the moment, you focus on the next play. I know 82 games can be a grind, Kev, but if you break it down into smaller chunks, it becomes much more manageable.
Good idea. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Utah.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Look, Greg, they simply didn't bring it, and that's one of those losses that you just have to throw away and forget about.
Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
Oh, my God. He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that. I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. And Davis gets it to go.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Sexton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Collin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good. And, of course, Collin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
So he gets them both.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Here's Frazier, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Frazier's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
And here are the Cavaliers. It's a 5-point game. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Burks. 17 points for him last game against Utah. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Inside, Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Now, here's Sexton. Frazier covering. Burks against Holiday. Taken away by Holiday. And here's the fast break. Here's Miller. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And this last offseason, one that every Cleveland fan dreaded, LeBron hitting free agency. And Doris, they were right to be worried.
And now the challenge for the Cavs organization is replacing a player of LeBron's magnitude. This is a group that still has talent, but it certainly has to think about rebuilding. It was an incredible second stint for LeBron in Cleveland, but the Cavs will surely be a whole new team without him.
This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. Anthony Davis is second.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And it's Hood in the corner. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
To the inside. Here's Zizic. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. To the middle. Here's Burks. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Burks has got his second basket of the night.
Well, you love the cleverness of Alec Burks. My goodness, how remarkable is that into the lane and finish?
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Sexton. After Drew Holiday's score, feeds it to Burks. Lays it up and banks it in. Burks has got 6. New Orleans leading by 7. Here's Randall. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got 6 assists here tonight.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now, here's Sexton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Hood deciding where to go with it. It's tipped. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And it's 8 points for Davis.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
3-on-3. And it's Davis finishing it off.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Here's Sexton, following the score by New Orleans. Burks on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Zizic kicks to Burks. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Here's Sexton. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Still unable to connect this quarter. Really looks frustrated. Just needs to try and stay calm.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
So it's the Cavaliers now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here's Hood on target from 13 feet.
Well, don't underestimate the in-between game of Rodney Hood. This guy can make shots from just about anywhere.
And Davis gets it to go.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
For the Cavaliers, Harry Nance is checked in for Zizic, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Rodney Hood. And New Orleans also making a change. Moore's checked in. Now, here's Clarkson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Sexton the pass to Burks. Here's Nance, and Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it. Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Now, here's Sexton. Frazier covering. Down low. Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
What I love about Larry Nance Jr. is he doesn't need the ball to be effective, but when he does get the ball, he shoots with high percentage.
Picked away. Here's Sexton. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
I'll tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
Here's Frazier. Lays it up and banks it in. Frazier's got his second basket of the game.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Sexton kicks to Osman. Pass to Clarkson. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10, double-digit perfection.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Davis with the double team. Clarkson kicks to Nance. Back to Clarkson, inside. Here's Osman, and Davis sends it back. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Game, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Sexton.
Matthew Dellavedova.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Clarkson. Here's Nance. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
That free throw, no good. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really. Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
A lot of guys can take over a game, Doris, at a moment's notice. Snap of your finger. In your mind, who goes that quickly into that zone and takes over like that?
I'll tell you this. The guy who comes first to my mind is Klay Thompson. I mean, what we've seen this guy achieve in a 12-minute quarter and the speed with which the ball from the touch of his fingertips to the release is incredible. Damian Lillard, another guy, doesn't get it off quite as fast as Klay, but can put 20-30 in a quarter in a heartbeat. Guys like Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, when they start cooking, boy, you better step out that kitchen because you're going to be in trouble, Kevin.
You are. Well said. And Cleveland making a change here. McCaw's checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Anthony Davis. Solomon Hill comes in for Drew Holiday. And Ian Clark subbed in for Tim Frazier.
Oh my God, I just got that.
And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trailing by 19. Pass to McCaw. Kicks to Dellavedova. Five to shoot. The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got 8 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Clark trying to get open as Mirotic. And that one's good by Clark. And the Pelicans lead by 19. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Nance and the jam by Larry Nance.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Count it. And it's 9 points for Julius Randle.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Dellavedova kicks to Nance. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Clarkson against Moore. To the paint. And Nance slams it in.
Well, Larry Nance taking his time in the spotlight, a featured role for a guy who's really starting to improve.
Here's Moore. That's tipped. A stupendous finish in traffic. 11 points for Julius Randle.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Cavaliers. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays, whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Great, David, thanks. There are some weapons they have to contain today, and Coach let his guys know it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of question as to what you have to do to be successful against this team. You've got to clamp down on D.
I think game prep is a little different when you're facing these guys. All the focus has got to be on slowing down their attack.
First free throw is good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And so Clark nails both of them.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Here's Dellavedova. No points in the game yet for him. 1:16 left here in the first quarter. Bucket is good.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
And E'Twaun Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. In the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. Johnson, he's checked in for Randle. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Cavaliers trail by 18. And Nance kicks to Clarkson. 52 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Nance finds Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Hill left side. The 15-footer. The offensive rebound. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 20. Cleveland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. It's stolen by Hill. And Hill throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Awesome game. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Mirotic. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Mirotic has got his first 2 points.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Fans, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
More outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. New Orleans on top, just dominating this one. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen, Pelicans pretty much in control here.
I mean, tremendous ball and body movement to start this game.
I think they're moving the basketball incredibly well and getting to the right spots on the floor, and it's really providing easy opportunities.
Pelicans leading by 20. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Johnson. Hill is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Ian Clark. And it's Moore in at the shooting guard.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And the basket by Blossingame. Blossingame's got his second basket of the night.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Hill. They get it back. Johnson. They swipe it. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, Clarkson with young legs, bringing the energy. How about that finish?
Shoots from 14. Mirotic's shot is off.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
McCaw kicks to Dellavedova. Oh, Nance in position. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's just a missed opportunity. Something there just a little off.
Yeah, simply a little bit careless, I think. Can't just throw it up there. You have to time these alley-oops perfectly.
Passes it to Blossingame. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Clark for 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, nice stroke from downtown. Got it off just before the defense could react. That's his specialty.
And here is Dellavedova. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Tries from 10. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Well, he carves out the space he needs. Just the finish was not good.
And he gets it to go. Hill's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Here's Clark. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for Cleveland. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for him. Here's Clarkson. Will it go? And it's Matthew Dellavedova with the 3. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that 3-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
It's deflected.
Larry Nance twice on the pipe says no, sir.
The tray. Pelicans with the rebound. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting. the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Zizic has checked in for Blossengame. Rodney Hood comes in for Patrick McCaw. Alec Burks checked in for Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Matthew Dellavedova. New Orleans also making some changes. Darius Miller comes in for Solomon Hill. And it's Holiday in for Ejuan Moore.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
The Cavaliers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. New Orleans leading by 20. Here's Clark. Another one falls for New Orleans.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Sexton kicks to Zizic. Here's Burks. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And that one's good by Clark.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Burks. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Burks has got 4 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
And it's good for 2. And it's 6 points for Nikola Mirotic.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Clark. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Johnson against Hood. Now the pass to Burks. The open look here for Sexton. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
And the shot is good.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Now here's Hood. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Here's Johnson. Trying to get open is Mirotic. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. Johnson over to help. Nance outside. And a wide open look for Hood. The Cavaliers keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock. To the inside. Nance passes to Sexton. Hood for 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Down low, and stolen by Mirotic. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely, and the layup's good off the glass. Holiday's got 9.
And they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Osman's checked in. And then for New Orleans, Anthony Davis is checked in for Mirotic. Julius Randle comes in for Wesley Johnson. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Ian Clark. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
hello. I didn't see you there.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Davis.
This is the shot chart of a dominant performance. I mean, he's taking a lot of shots because right now he believes that every shot he does take is going in. And who can blame him with the way he's played? Simply outstanding work coming from him.
With the floater, that one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
How about the control on the floater? Burks has that shot down to a science.
Here's Holiday. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Anthony Davis, 3rd.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
The Pelicans have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
That free throw, no good. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. You think that's a move in a positive direction and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages. And by that, I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement. And so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said. And even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
To the middle, here's Zizic, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
The Cavaliers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. And Anthony Davis again. Davis has got 9 points now in the quarter.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
To the inside, and that one is hammered home.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Miller finds Randall. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Zizic just got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Osman. And Davis sends it back. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And it's good, 2 points. Randall's got 13.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
Goes up, and Randall throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And that one's good. Osman.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Frazier. And it's Osman with the rebound. Cavaliers shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. Hood can't get it to go.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
A shot by Frazier, no good. Burks against Holiday. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And part of the reason they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here in the second.
The Cavaliers shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Clarkson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. Etuan Moore comes in for Drew Holiday.
One shot.
Alec Burks, Kevin, continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a two-guard.
Here's Davis. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
The 19-foot shot, and he gets the bucket. Davis has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight. And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
It's stolen by Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Burks kicks to Osman, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Now here's Moore. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
I'll tell you, there are guys in the league you can give that three-point attempt to. He is not one of those guys.
Here's Clarkson. Pass to Zizic. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Zizic has got 22.
He has certainly done his part this period. Just needs to get a little more help from his teammates.
Yes, that goes in.
And you just got to love the way he moves the ball. Very unselfish.
I'd say he's looking to set up his guys as much as possible, and you can tell his teammates really appreciate it.
To the middle. And that one is stuffed right through.
This guy is more than capable of making that play. Jordan Clarkson confident around the cup.
And so it's Frazier. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
No passion on the defensive end. Didn't look completely engaged. Really need to lock in and be focused on these road games.
Shots good by Clarkson.
Really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. That's tipped. Got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 40 points, 5 block shots, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Tremendous run from Anthony Davis in the first half. One of the few true bigs who scores effortlessly on all 3 levels. Will move his feet on defense, cut to the lane, block shots, and a terrific rebounder.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
Well, didn't you get the sense, Greg, that this entire team fed off his energy? His remarkable effort on the defensive end really triggered this group.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. They've got Sexton. He's out there with Alec Burks. Rodney Hood out there with Zizic. And it's Osman in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Sexton. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Yeah, Rodney Hood not bashful about knifing into the teeth of the defense, given his quickness and length. Very comfortable operating down there.
Now here's Hood, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Burks. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Frazier. It's deflected. Here's Hood. Good D by Miller.
Well, I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, guys, we have got in the NBA.
The tireless work ethic, the passion. He's a guy the team relies on for that.
Here's Sexton, following the score by New Orleans. Here's Osman, and a strong finish with 2 hands. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Davis, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
2.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Anthony Davis taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
No good on the second free throw. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Sexton kicks to Burks. Davis with the double team. Here's Zizic. 4 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Here's Davis. The shot, no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Down low, here's Sexton. Pelicans pull it in. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Boy, we're getting to the stretch run, and this guy has not cooled off. He is not about to let this lead slip away.
Burks kicks to Zizic. Passes it to Hood. Inside, and he dunks it down.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Here's Davis, and a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The shot's good from Zizic. Zizic has got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And stolen by Hood. Burks looking around. Osman makes it off the glass. Osman's got 10 points in the game.
And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
This is what he does for this team. Provides consistent scoring that helps them get the lead and keep it.
To the middle. Here's Zizic. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. And stolen by Hood. Down low, here's Zizic, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Both teams deciding to change it up. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. You look at the Bucks. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Cavaliers just need to take it a game at a time.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, the people who said they hadn't done enough in the offseason to improve this team were exactly right. They never put the foundation of winning in place.
Hood can't get it to go. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Good work there as it goes. Davis has got 53.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand. That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him. He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
Dellavedova scanning the floor. Here's Blasingame, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Holiday with the 3, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the 3.
Now the pass to Blasingame. Hood against Johnson. Good D by Johnson.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The Cavaliers shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Trying to get open is Davis. That's good from Mirotic on the assist by Clark. Clark's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Hood. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Back to Dellavedova. Takes a 3. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Clarkson, he's checked in for Hood.
Jordan Clarkson.
Here's Boston game, covered by Mirotic. 5 on the clock. His first shot coming late. No good from McCaw. And it's Davis with the ball for New Orleans. Mirotic, that's in there. Davis with the assist. That's 12 points for Nikola Mirotic.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Johnson right side. And Wesley Johnson with the slam.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Johnson against Clarkson. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Cleveland ball.
Some changes for New Orleans. Hill, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Drew Holiday.
Etuan Moore.
Off the inbound pass. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Mirotic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And it's Moore penetrating with the second effort. And Johnson lays it in. Johnson's got 8 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here is Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. To the middle. McCaw with the bucket. McCaw has got his first 2 points of the night.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket. And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
And with Clarkson, as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances.
Shoot too.
I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
And the first one drops.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Cavaliers shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. All sorts of time. Hill pulls it in.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
And here is Dellavedova, following the 3 from Nikola Mirotic. Dellavedova, the pass to Nance. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Nance has got 20.
Larry Nance, unafraid of a level of physicality. You love the confidence this guy is playing with.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Well, Cleveland shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, Larry Nance, because of the athleticism and the burst off his feet, is incredible on the interior. Look out. Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Here's Hill. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Nance. Shot clock at 6. Here's Blasingame. Misses the 3. New Orleans has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Wesley Johnson with the slam.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
And the Cavaliers with possession here, following the score by New Orleans. Here's McCaw. He's guarded by Johnson. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Here's Hill. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's McCaw. To the inside, Blasingame. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
I'll tell you, he gets into terrific post position. The entry feed is right where it needs to be.
And finished off by Mirotic.
I'll tell you, the feed puts him in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for Cleveland. Pass to McCaw. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
The very definition of a high flyer. Larry Nance, my goodness.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Osman comes in for Patrick McCaw. And it's Sexton in for Matthew Dellavedova. New Orleans also making some changes. Randall comes in for Johnson. And Tim Frazier is subbed in for Ian Clark. Here's Moore. Here's Mirotic. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Sexton kicks to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Well, we are talking about a big-time athlete. Larry Nance shows the burst off the bounce. Wow.
Count it, good.
Julius Randle.
29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Blasingame. 19 seconds left to play here in the third. Out to the wing. Here's Sexton. Buries the long-range jumper. Sexton's got 7 points.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
And that one, good.
Exactly the shot they were looking for on that possession. The easy one down low.
from deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for New Orleans. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Cavaliers shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. On the court for the Pelicans. Getting the fourth quarter going. Hill is out there with Miller. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. And it's Frazier in at the 1 spot. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 5 assists in the game.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for him.
You know, I think, Greg, the faster the tempo, the better they are. And I love the pace they're playing with right now.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton, a crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Jackson. Got a hand on it.
What anticipation by Channing Frye. Measures it up and sends it back.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Jackson against Clarkson. And Frye slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Okafor. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Sexton the pass to Frye. The shot, no good. And New Orleans will come the other way. Here's Frazier, the rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The feed now to Frye. Down low, Sexton laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sexton's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
Here's Okafor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Inside, here's Frye, and Frye slams it in.
No, this is not something you always see from Channing Frye, right? We think of him as a shooter, but the attack mindset in that situation.
Chalk up 2 there.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Clarkson finds Frye. And another 3 for Cleveland.
The shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Hill. It's good.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. They grabbed their own miss. Good on the shot.
I'll tell you, when he gets in that deep, there simply has to be some help defensively. The size mismatch is just too great there.
It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Clarkson kicks to Sexton. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And the basket by Jones. And so it's Frazier. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Here's Okafor. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Here's Sexton. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the Claw. The Claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the fourth quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
And if you're sensing a concern, best thing you can do is call timeout.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. You've got to get this game under control. I think he sees some adjustments he can make.
No need to brag now. No need to put the mask down. Mask. Fast now. Finest. Rolls. We. Can I rock it? Now can I rock it? If she pretty, I'ma come around your city. I'm gonna hunt it down. I'm gonna come around and rock it. Can I rock it? Now can I rock it? Anytime I come around your city, I'm gonna burn it down. Venue after venue, I'm gonna come around and rock it. You know I come around.
And Cleveland making a change here. Hood's checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Diallo, he's checked in for Solomon Hill. Here is Frazier. Miller outside. Over Jones. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Sexton, the pass to Hood. Down low. And it's slammed in by Jones.
You'd love to see Rodney Hood dishing the rock. He's got outstanding size at the shooting guard spot to see over defenders.
Jackson misses. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Jones kicks to Hood, jacks up a 3, drains the three-pointer.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
A baseline J. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Wassingame's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, Fry. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Okafor. And again, no good by New Orleans. Cleveland's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Passes it to Fry. Fires for 3. That one, no good. And New Orleans will come the other way. And it's Okafor off the drive. It's hauled in by Fry. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ante Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
New Orleans has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Okafor. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 6 assists in the game.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Good on the triple.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
At the elbow, Sexton shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Sexton's got 10 points here in the second half. New Orleans moving the ball around. That's tipped. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Here's Okafor. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
For 3, Fry buries it from three-point range.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Here's Diallo. Lays it up and banks it in.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
Now Cleveland shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor.
You know, and he's not a pass-first point guard, but Sexton's putting the work in, trying to raise the bar as a distributor.
Offensive rebound. And the basket by Jackson.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Now here's Hood, and he banks in the layup.
Well, how about the focus of Rodney Hood? The defense has got to feel helpless right now trying to match up with him in the post.
Here's Okafor. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
Now here's Hood. Kicks it to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. The dish to Fry. Hood against Jackson. Hood can't get it to go. Shot from the wing. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And here are the Cavaliers. Now here's Sexton. Here's Boston game. Fry. An easy 2 points on the layup. Fry's got 17 points here in the second half.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
I mean, you're right. Something has to change in their defensive approach. They're making things far too hard on themselves right now.
Now here's Hood. And Fry has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. On the wing, Jackson. Over Hood. Sexton grabs the board.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
Zizic passes to Hood. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, a superb finisher, Rodney Hood, with that vertical and that length. Nicely done.
And it's Okafor missing. Sexton with it. To the inside. Here's Fry. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
I'll tell you, he's going to sneak in on you. Channing Frye is a crafty offensive rebounder.
Took him no time at all on that one. Miller's got 4 points now in the quarter. Cavaliers shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Diallo, and it's Zizic with the rebound. Zizic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Another possession, another assist.
Well, he's now tied for third all-time in the record books for most assists in a game.
GA, he's been playing all game long like he knows exactly when and where to pass the ball. It's incredible.
An incredible 28 assists for him, and he has splashed his name right in the middle of some totals of other legends, names like Stockton and Cousy, just to pick a few. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pelicans.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Davis.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
McCaw, he's checked in for Channing Frye. New Orleans also making some changes. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Darius Miller, and Ian Clark subbed in for Jackson.
One shot behind the lanes.
Free throw good, Sexton. New Orleans has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
Shooting for New Orleans, Sheck Diallo. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Diallo. A different look now for Cleveland. Jones checked in for Hood, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Sexton. And so he hits both.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game, because this one looks over.
So it's the Cavaliers now. With an assist this trip down, he'd have 10.
He's got terrific court vision, and he just sees the play as it unfolds. He plays chess while everyone else is out here playing checkers.
Off target from outside. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're leading by 29. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back, because no other reason to call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
Couple zeros. Lucky days and been in the fossil. Your boy is dusty like brush up a fossil. Hear that shit hurt like the noise of a puzzle. I'm a king, I was born in the castle. Bet like a bouncer, I'm ready to tussle. One more baby, I'm ready to bust one. Come with me and my dogs. Hate on my apps like in Laos. That boy say like a cheerleader. She want me feel like a 2-liter. So they watch it ricochet off. Then I skirt off on that Michelin out. They don't got nothing on me till I pop. They don't got nothing on me, call the cops. I hit that one like
now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. New Orleans dictating the flow. Diallo kicks to Clark. Here's Okafor, and he drops it in from the low post.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Clark. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. Sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.